Another mistake. Don't worry about it though. On my gosh darn it. All right, well, we'll deal with that. We'll deal with that later. I didn't hit the. I streamed this on a couple other platforms, and I didn't hit the. I didn't hit the go button. So a bunch of people aren't listening to it. But anyways, you guys are here, so that's what we'll take care of. So oversold. When the lines are below, I'm looking for a situation where all the lines are pointing up, exactly like we have here. The red and green line are the majors, the blue and or the gray and black lines are the minors. They're all pointing up going into a channel. So I've got 3 points here. One, we're oversold. Two, everybody's pointing up. And three, the kind of the green line has crossed over the red, and the gray line's crossed over the green, the black. So when I have 3 points here, I'm going to go up to my TNTs, and I want to see how many of the lines up here are supporting what I'm seeing here. It's all about to be a good trader, you need that higher accuracy. We get that higher accuracy by having more elements agree with one another. So, and each of these 3 sections of the chart are measuring something different. So if we can get all 3 to agree, we get a good trade. So here the 2 orange lines are going up, the thick orange and the thin orange. And the blue lines are inversely related. Thick blue is coming down. So when thick blue is coming down, that means up. So 3 of the 4 are telling me buy. So when I get at least 3 of the 4 or 4 of the 4, then I am going to take a look at what my pressure is doing. And I've got mild down pressure with the red line on top. I want either up pressure where the lines are going up, or I want the green line on top. Now the green line is pointing up, but it's not on top of the red line. So we only have 6 points, and I need a minimum of 7. And I need a point from each section. So I don't have a point from my pressure, so I'm going to pass. Plus, even if we did have it, because there's news, we probably pass anyways. Euro dollar, we're more than halfway into the channel. Oops, what happened? Why did I lose the bottom piece? Oh, there we go. If it's gone into the channel and it hasn't quite made the red and green lines haven't quite made it halfway, I will consider it. I am not going to hold on here. I am not superstitious, but I like to have the candles set up a certain way. So I like to look at, I like to have 6 candles here, sometimes 7, but ideally I like 6 candles here. And that way I'm always looking at the lines in the same way. And to do that, I just grab the bottom and pull it. Pound USD, we are going to, again, we're about halfway into the channel, so we're going to pass. Plus, it's off hours for both of these pairs. USD Canadian dollar, again, off hours, and we're halfway, so we're going to pass. USD CHF, again, off hours. The majors have entered the overbought area. Miners are still in the channel, so nothing there. USD JPY, he is both are still in the channel, and we're just about entering overbought, not quite there. Something happened that turned it around, and you can see there was kind of a big move here. The miners were almost oversold. Now they're going back to catch up to the majors. So nothing there. So let's open up a new chart. So basically what I've done is I've cloned this chart to make 4 other charts with different pairs. I'm going to just open a new chart because we're going to come back and look at this chart if we end up going for a thick orange line trade. So I just go down, open up my layout. Euro pound. Well, we're off hours and we're about halfway. So we're going to pass AUD JPY. We're oversold. We've gone into the channel. We're not quite halfway. This is an okay signal. The thing I don't like about it, I'd like to see the green line a little steeper, but let's just, for the heck of it, finish our analysis. Thick orange is going up, thin orange is going down, dotted blue is going down, which means buy, thick blue is going up. So I only have 2 of the 4 here. I want 3 of the 4 here. So we're missing one here. We do have up pressure. I normally wouldn't go look at the up pressure if I don't have the 3 out of the 4 here, but we do have up pressure here. But again, I'm a numbers guy. I want to play the statistics. Statistics say I need 3 out of 4 or 4 out of 4 out of this section. If I don't have it, I'm not taking it. And you can see today I took 3 trades and I did a little over 30 pips. You don't need many trades to do well. Euro Canadian, it's off hours, plus we're more than halfway. AUD NZD, we're in the middle of the channel, so nothing there. But you can see it. We caught this here. There was a nice move. Nice move here. Now, I don't know that we would have taken it because, well, we're kind of sideways with red on top when this change happened. But the green line did start going up. Let's keep going. Oh, pound yen. We're just in the channel, so nothing there. Euro Australian dollar. We're overbought, but we got a mixed signal. The majors have started to turn. Minors are still going up. Let's see what else we can find. I haven't had dinner, so I'm a little hungry, so I'm eating this candy. And candy I don't even like, but you know how it is when you get hungry. Canadian yen. We're in the middle of the channel, so nothing here. Euro New Zealand dollar. We're approaching overbought. With the majors, minors are just kind of entering the channel. Pound New Zealand dollar, again, approaching overbought. Minors or majors are kind of losing gas here. They're starting to roll as they reach the other side of the channel. New Zealand dollar yen. New Zealand dollar yen. We turned in the channel. The majors didn't really get overbought. The minors did. Everybody's going up. We're just shy of the halfway mark with the majors, or it's just touching. If we look at the TNTs, the 2 orange lines are going up. Dotted blue is coming down. So we got 3 of the 4, and we have up pressure here. We have up pressure. What? All right, so going back to my analysis here, I want some additional support. Let's take a little bit deeper look at this. to decide if we want to do it. So to get that deeper support, I'm going to open up another new chart. And I'm going to this is Euro Canadian, but let me you know how bad my memory is. I got to write this stuff down, otherwise I'm going to forget it. So New Zealand, JPY. So I'm going to make this a New Zealand JPY, so it'll show me 6 different time frames, all against the same pair. So NZD, JPY, and basically what I want to do is I want to see if the 2-hour chart and the 4-hour chart support what I'm seeing here. So we've got an up movement. So ideally, if this guy was oversold, I'd want to see him oversold too. Now, this turn happened in the middle, so he's not going to be oversold, but the majors are going up. The minors are going down, but I'm not, that doesn't bother me. So everybody's kind of going up. So this guy, the 2-hour, is supporting what I'm seeing on the 1-hour. And the 4-hour, you can see the majors are going up, minors are coming down. The minors are actually more steep coming down than they are here. And here, everybody's going up. So eventually the minors are going to turn, but these three, the 4-hour and the 2-hour, are giving me support on what I see here. Plus, I have the green line on top, even though there's down pressure on the 4-hour. And here we don't have up pressure yet. It's sideways, but the green line is on top. So all 3 of these support what I'm seeing here. So again, going back to our notes, where's the support and resistance and what's the trend? So I'm going to open up just a clean chart so I can see those things. And I'm going to change this to just a clean chart. So I'm going to change the pair, and I'm going to drop some support and resistance in. So to drop the support and resistance in, I'm going to kind of go back a little bit and see how things look. And let's get this so it's a little more centered. So support and resistance are basically lines where the candles seem to naturally stop. So I am going to stop right in here, stop right in here a little bit, right here, right here. When I'm trading on a 1-hour chart, I want to know where these spots are so that I can kind of trade, because I'm going to anticipate that the candle will stop on these spots because a lot of buying has gone on. And on the euro dollar, these tend to be on an hour chart, tend to be about 30, 40 pips apart. So right in here, kind of right in here a little bit, over here. Now, looking at this chart, let's open it back up a little bit so it's easier that we can all see it better. Here's a downtrend. Oops. Here's a downtrend. Started to come back up, stalled out. A few days trading in this channel, again started to go back up and is stalled out. So I'd almost say we're trading, it's really not long enough to be a trend. A couple days last week, we're trading into a downtrend, and today it's kind of been sideways mixed in here. It came down, hit this line, came up, bounced, came down, came up, bounced. This tells me what I'm looking at here is I need to figure out how many pips this trade is worth. And if I take my my measure, I've got about 12 pips till I hit this line up above, and I've got 27 pips till I get down here. 12 and 27. Let's go back, take a look. Up, 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 up. I like this. Let's take this for 9 pips. We'll take it for a little bit. We're kind of trading against the trend, at least on the short term. It's down, but in the last 3 months, this is about as low as it's been. So even though it's down, I think we're good for 9 pips on a buy. So let's open up our MetaTrader 4, and we are going to go to NZD JPY. See if I've got it open. I do already have it open. If you didn't have it open, you would go to File, New Chart, and then find NZD JPY, and it's probably in this guy down here in the third one, and open him up. Once you get him open, then you're going to go to the second row, go to New Order, NZD JPY. I'm going to check my symbol. My volume is the lot size, and I've got 11,600 in this demo account. So with 11,600, I'm going to move my decimal place over 4 spots. 1, 2, 3, 4. So I'm going to go for 11.16. So I'm going to round that up to, I'm going to go to 1.2. So I'm going to round 1.16 up to 1.2. I'm not going to worry about the stop loss or take profit. I'm just going to hit market buy. It processes it. And we're going to go right click anywhere along the line. We're going to go to modify. And 9 pips is equal to 90 points. And I'm going to click the little blue button. It's going to do the math calculation for me. And we are going to go with a 4 times stop loss. So 4 times 90 is 360 or 36 pip stop loss. Then I'm going to click this blue modify. I click the red copy as, it does the math. Do the blue modify, it drops in the trade for me. And let's see if we can take one more quick trade. So the take profit on this is 76.377, 76.377. Stop loss is 75.927. 75.927 on the stop loss. Let's see if we can find another trade real quick. So I'm going to go back here, and we're going to see if we find a little scalp trade. Oh, there's only seconds left. 5, 10. No. I'm going to just pull this back so we can. I'm going back to the top of the last hour. I'm looking for this thick orange line. This is a different signal. I'm looking for this thick orange line to be either a 0 or 10 or within 1 point. Here it's 10, but my majors and minors aren't supporting it. It's I don't want to see my when this is 10. That means there is. It's telling us that there's not much more up in the movement. So if there's not much more up in the movement, it's a good time for a sell. But I want confirmation by knowing where that the majors and minors are well overbought. They're not. So 10, again, no. 0.1 is within 1 of 0, but my lines are in the channel. They're not oversold. I need them to be oversold. 2 isn't close enough. 2 isn't close enough. So there was nothing here. 6 majors, 2. Let's see. 7, no. 3, no. 5, no. 8, no. 4.8, no. 6.6, no. Nothing there. And I know we're on the last hour because I've got the chevron here. So that's why I'm just looking at what it's showing me the number from last hour. So 7.3 isn't close enough. 8.2 isn't close enough. 8 isn't close enough. No. 10 is, but my lines are still in the channel here, so nothing. And 0.9 is, but my lines are in the channel. I want them down here. So today we only found one trade. And that was a 9 pip buy on the NZD JPY. I don't like that on our 1 hour chart. The slope of the green line has changed. It's gone from more steep to less steep, but I still think this is a good trade because the 2 hour majors are going up and the 4 hour majors are going up. This is the backup in case this signal changes, because if these guys are going up, the likelihood is that even if we miss it here, we're going to catch it with these two signals. And again, we also lost a little steam on the pressure. Pressure is up, but the green line went from more steep to less steep. So we may have to wait a little bit on this. Now, I kind of fudged one of my rules. We've got that news coming up on the Australian dollar. Usually, whatever happens to the Australian dollar has a little bit of a carryover to the New Zealand dollar, even though they're different currencies. If because I wanted to do a trade, like, so normally I would have probably skipped trading the New Zealand dollar, but as I want to give you guys some trades, the signal was good enough to do, so we'll do it. But okay, let's see if we got any questions, and we do. It's not so easy to find a perfect 10-point trade signal. Well, yes and no. Yes and no. I would agree with that a little bit, but you only need a few of them a day. And if you get in 10 minutes before the hour, that gives you, or 15 minutes before the hour, you can find enough to make it worth your while. Do I have a different strategy? No. I'm strictly kind of a 10-point guy. That is my strategy, and it's really pretty much the only thing I trade with. Some of the other traders use some of the other ones. I haven't had the need to, but if you'd like to pick up a different strategy, what I'd recommend is going to the other sessions, and especially going to well, they won't be doing it this weekend, but if you go to the kind of the back to the basics session with Chris and say, hey, Chris, I want a new session, a different strategy. You know, he trades with like 3 or 4 different strategies. He'll be able to set you up and walk you through like another strategy. And you know, because he also coaches, he's better versed on the all the other strategies. As you know, I'm a little lazy, so if I don't have to learn something new, I just stick with what I've got. So I stick with the 10-point trade, and I only need a couple of them a day. So that's what I would do. I would go kind of the back to the basics. Or if you see in one of the other trade sessions, one of the other traders doing something, then just ask them to teach it to you, and they will. Okay, gang. Let's see how our trade is doing before we leave. All right, it's just a little bit out of the money. So I think we'll be all right on this trade, and I will see you tomorrow morning. Thanks so much for being here. Trading's great. We will teach you to do it very well. Our system is simple, but works. Simple, but works. All right, so thanks so much. See you tomorrow morning.